Hey folks, this is Kalani. I hope you've all been enjoying the massive experience bonus that we got around about a month ago at this point, which was scheduled to end on April 20th, coming up kind of quickly. We had suspected that we wouldn't see the end of these massive bonuses, especially with so many players coming back to Azeroth right now while they're stuck indoors. One suggestion was to give us a large reputation bonus for all the players who either didn't want to level up any alts or had already leveled up all the alts they wanted with the anniversary event, which also provided us with incredibly fast leveling. And I guess the dev team agreed that a rep bonus could be a great idea, because on April 20th, the date when the experience bonus was due to end, a new game-wide buff will sweep in to steal the show. Before we get stuck into this news, in case you didn't already see, we are now streaming over on twitch.tv/KalaniTV. You should swing by and say hi sometime. It looks like the dev team enjoyed the 100% bonus experience, because that same buff is going to be applied for reputations as well from April 20th to May 18th. You can get 100% bonus reputation from all sources. So if you're done leveling alts and you need to catch up on the reps, this will be a fantastic time to do so. I know I've seen several posts talking about the rep bonus and how it should have come before the leveling bonus so we could unlock all of the allied races that we might be missing and then use the leveling bonus to get them all up to speed, but oh well, better late than never. With the rep bonus in place, it should only take you half the time to get all of the reps that you want up to revered or exalted or whatever you need for the rewards you're chasing, and then you can tick another rep off of your list. While the bonus experience didn't seem to have any limitations at all, which we were kind of surprised about, I maybe expected them to at least not stack it with heirlooms to limit the overall bonus experience you could achieve, but that didn't happen, which was quite a rare treat. The same cannot be said of this reputation buff. It does have quite significant limitations, which will reduce the scope of what you can use it for. This rep buff will only count towards Legion and Battle for Azeroth reputations, so quite clearly this is geared towards helping players get allied races unlocked and not much else. If you are hoping to finish off some vanilla or classic grinds, that's a big no, sadly. Any older expansion rep grinds, PvP rep grinds, obscure rep grinds like for the Insane or whatever else, it's not going to do anything for those, but every allied race and its associated rep grind, which would include the 2 reps on Argus, the Army of the Light and the Aegisian Reach to unlock the Void Elves and the Lightforged Draenei for Alliance, the High Mountain Tauren and the Nightfallen to unlock the High Mountain Tauren and the Nightborn for the Horde, as well as all the allied races that were introduced through BfA, the Dark Iron Dwarves, Kulturans, the Mechanomes, Sandalari Trolls, Magheart Orcs and Vulpera. Those are covered. Every rep will be covered. So if you are still a little behind with your allied race reputation grinds, this could be just the boost you need to get across the finish line. I think some data mining actually pointed towards these allied races no longer requiring the reputation portion of the achievement sometime in the Shadowlands expansion though, so you may, and I stress may, be able to create them later on without completing the rep grind, but we have no idea if that change will actually make it into the live version of Shadowlands, and it's still a very long way off. So if you want to play allied races before the next expansion comes around, you're still going to need the reps at Exalted. There's going to be no better time than when this buff goes live on April 20th to get that done. Keep an eye out for the Darkmoon Fair 2 for that extra little bonus. Another great use for the rep bonus is to get your Pathfinder achievement squared away. If you just hate reputation farming to the point where you still don't have flying, either for BfA or maybe even for Legion as well, this rep bonus will give you a huge boost towards unlocking those achievements. Remember that Pathfinder is account-wide, so if you get it just once on any one character, once is all you need, every other character will be able to fly in the appropriate expansion. Flying in Legion is going to be amazing if you want to level through that expansion after Shadowlands brings the massive leveling revamp, and flying in BfA is going to be useful for the same reason, but also incredibly useful for the rest of this expansion until Shadowlands releases. The Legion Pathfinder requires the Broken Isles Diplomat achievement, which is obtained by getting revered reputation with the Court of Farandis, the Dreamweavers, the High Mountain Tribe, the Valahar, the Nightfallen, and the Wardens. All of those reps will be covered by this bonus, so it's a great time to work on that particular part of Pathfinder for Legion. The BfA Pathfinder requires the Azerothian Diplomat achievement, which is revered with the Tortollan Seekers, Champions of Azeroth, your faction's PvP rep, and the 3 reps that represent each leveling zone. So for the Horde, that's the Honorbound, Voldenai, Talangi's Expedition, and Zandalari Empire. Honestly, it's just all of the BfA reps before 8.1 and Nazjatar. You get the added bonus of the Vulpera from the Voldenai rep, so if there's one to focus on and get ticked off the list right now, it's probably that one. BfA Pathfinder Part 2 also requires Revered with the Mechagon and Nazjatar reps, and this buff covers both of those as well, which is great because those reps are kind of boring to farm. The 100% buff will cut so much time off your rep grinds in general. There is one other Pathfinder achievement that won't benefit at all though. The Warlords of Draenor Pathfinder achievement does have some rep activities tied to it, but because the rep bonus is strictly limited to just Legion and BfA rep grinding right now, it sadly won't help you at all in WoD. It's not too surprising though if you consider that the dev team probably planned the scope of this buff to benefit allied race rep farming as a priority. There were no allied races in WoD, so it probably got overlooked. This rep bonus will also help any newer players in Battle for Azeroth to get caught up with all of the rep grinds that we've already slogged through. There's a lot of reps in BfA to farm if you want access to everything on offer, from pathfinding and flying to mounts, achievements, allied races, and even essences. You might forget just how much is locked behind rep grinds early on because we haven't had to deal with it for so long, but anyone returning to the game and taking advantage of the leveling buff to get up to speed level-wise is hit with a brick wall of requirements when they get to max level. They may have caught up in levels, but they certainly haven't caught up in reputations. This buff should give them an extra little boost to help them in their adventures. Now, if you don't care too much about old reps and allied races, you might be thinking, oh well, brilliant, at least I've got a massive rep bonus to use on the new reputations in patch 8.3 so I can farm for the best in-slot essence, or the infinite augment rune, or the... Let me just stop you right there. I know, it doesn't look good stopping you in the middle of your excitement, but sadly there is one more restriction to the reputation bonus. It will not count towards the Rajani or the Ulder McCord reputations. They did single those two out specifically in the post, which means every other rep from both Legion and BfA should be fair game, which, also includes Nazjatar and Mechagon reps, which counts for something, right? But again, no patch 8.3 big rep gains, I'm afraid. This really does seem laser focused at helping you get allied races and maybe some Pathfinder stuff and not really much else. If you want the rewards that come along with those reps like mounts and pets and toys, fantastic, you'll get those a bit faster, but the scope of this buff is actually considerably smaller than the experience buff, which is a bit of a shame. It's still better than nothing though, don't get me wrong, so if you do want to get allied races lined up, or you're a little behind on BfA or Legion Pathfinder, this is going to be a massive help for you. Oh, and did I mention that the experience bonus that was supposed to end on April 20th, the day the reputation bonus will start, is actually not getting cancelled after all? Yeah, the dev team have decided to just keep this experience bonus train going until Shadowlands, actually. The Winds of Wisdom 100% bonus experience gains buff will persist until the Shadowlands pre-patch arrives, which is great news for anyone still wanting to level up. If you haven't found the time yet, or you were hoping to get all classes leveled on 3 different servers on both Horde and Alliance, or whatever crazy schemes you have set in motion, you will actually now have time to complete them. Pre-patch for Shadowlands might not come until a few weeks or up to a month before the actual Shadowlands launch. That's still slated for sometime in 2020, but with the current situation of every Blizzard employee working from home, that could realistically delay Shadowlands until early 2021. If that's the case, the Winds of Wisdom buff could be with us for another half a year, another 6 or 7 months of 100% bonus experience. If that's not enough time to get all your leveling done, I'm not sure you have a healthy relationship with leveling. What's even crazier about this is that the leveling changes coming with Shadowlands, and most likely with the Shadowlands pre-patch, will actually speed up leveling again to make it faster than what it is right now with this crazy 100% buff. Players are able to level so incredibly fast on the alpha right now, it's kind of insane. So as of this announcement, leveling truly will never be the same again. It's only going to get faster from this point onwards, and the revamp in Shadowlands is sure to make leveling a lot more interesting and fun. I think you should absolutely absolutely leave at least one alt level in the pre-patch to check out the new changes, and seeing as this awesome buff is no longer going to expire, there's no rush anymore. You don't have a deadline, you can take things slow and easy, you might have the rest of the year to get your alt leveled up after all. So great news for anyone still wanting to level, and great news for anyone who wants to farm BfA or Legion reps, besides patch 8.3 reps. That rep bonus is scheduled to end on May 18th, so mark that date on your calendar if you want to make use of it. I don't think the rep bonus will get extended like the leveling bonus has been, though I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's it for this video. What do you think of the rep bonus and its current limitations? How about the bonus experience being extended until the pre-patch of the Shadowlands expansion? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to explore the alpha and all it has to offer with us live, you can join us over at twitch.tv/KalaniTV. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and our subscribers on Twitch. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, you can find links in the description below. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.